YAJ.
I hope it picked that up.
Well, if it did, you know what it was.
I hope it picked that up. Oh my God. That was nasty. That what you did. That was that. Happy New Year!
Welcome to YAJ.
What's up, spiritual brothers and sisters on the Saturday?
What's up, people?
It's almost Christmas. I want to say my condolences to a few people, not probably a few people, but whose parents have passed away this week. One of my coworkers, his mother passed away a couple days ago, and
yeah, one of my coworkers lost someone. Also, I think a nephew or something. I don't remember.
But we got the opportunity to talk to him, and see, he's doing all right. He had to fly to California. I want to say what's up with everybody. Thank y'all for tuning in. And like I said, I hope y'all got a chance to go to the parade. I couldn't because I had to work. We didn't get a chance to go down there today.
This year.
And the closer we get to Christmas, I have to wonder what really is wrong with our society.
I don't know, but this year's been the worst.
Yeah.
The worst for everything and anything.
Yeah. Antonio and I, every morning, we talk about the show and what we're going to talk about. And the things I want to say what's wrong with our society, because this is all leading up to Michael Vick and Pro Bowl on national football. Who watches the Pro Bowl? And why would you care? You're the same people who keep talking about Colin Kaepernick. Let it go already. But yet you got real people who commit real crimes and you're saying nothing. Moving on.
That was quick.
Antonio and I discuss all the time about gay and straight. And the things that we discuss is I feel that they need to stop imposing about gay things.
What do you mean by imposing? Like,
for instance,
you're against it or for it?
I'm neutral. But my thing is, my comic books, it was all about the good and the evil, the villains and the superheroes. They didn't have time to talk about everybody's sexual preferences or who was straight and who was gay.
And what does it matter?
That's what I've been telling Antonio. But what somebody's agenda is this day and age, they're really pushing it on children. A child don't know who they are until they start discovering what they are, which is if they're going to be smart, if they're going to be intelligent, if they're going to pass, if they're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever they are. But the thing that I'm trying to make
a person is a person.
Well, hold on. The thing I'm trying to make a point about this is this. I feel that you're trying to make a decision for people on what your sexual preference is, or if you're gay or straight, or who you are or what you are. First of all, we can't even get two straight people to have a relationship. First of all, we can't even get a boy and a girl to talk to each other in a decent manner without calling him a slut or with calling him a man whore or whatever. But the thing I'm trying to say is, how come we haven't worked on any relationships? We don't even work on relationships with being friends with the opposite sex or the same sex. But you're imposing to someone if you're transgender or you're this or you're that. See, I don't care what you do inside your home. That's your business. But when we are reading a book about an adventure, Why do I need to hear about what your sexual preference is? Lord of the Flies. Did they run around talk about if Sally and Sally were in the bushes doing each other, or Billy and Tommy was in the bushes doing each other? No, it was about Lord of the Flies and about them. I never read the book, don't really care, but I'm just saying. The whole thing about it was Dr. Seuss. He never made no sexual preferences. Sam I Am, green eggs and ham. Shall I go on?
Where did that come from?
I'm just saying, society.
Society is, you know what? It is your life. What you do with it is what you do with it. Now, if it interferes with my life, then I have the problem. But a person is a person, whether you like woman to woman, man to man, man and woman. A person is a person. They're a human being. It don't matter what their preference is, what they like. You get along, you talk to them, doesn't mean they're going to change you, try to change you, or come at you and say, oh, well, you need to do this and that and the other. You know, seriously, come on, people. We're all human beings. What we do, like he said, what you do behind closed doors, fine. I mean, yes, the world has changed a whole lot in a lot of ways. I mean, shoot, look at TV. It used to be when you watch TV and stuff like that, you didn't even see the man and the woman in the same bed. They had two beds side by side.
Point taken.
Okay. When they did shows, well, okay, let's go to the daytime shows, the soap operas. You know, they had where they were in bed and stuff like that, but they were under sheets and it didn't go very far, but it wasn't all out there. Now that there is a lot more things out there with, I'm just gonna put out there 50 Shades Grey. When that came out, you know, things started opening up more, and it could have been before then too. Now you got TV with sex, you got TV with violence. I mean, look at the Game Boys and everything. They're violent, and you let your children play it.
It's entertainment, though.
It might be entertainment, but there's a fine line of the violence and entertainment, because the fact is, if you don't want your children to see this and think it's okay, then don't have it right there in front of them, and don't watch it in front of them, and don't give them those video games that are causing problems of violence, because you're putting your head. I mean, shoot, how many of y'all used to watch Roadrunner and sit there and say, well, the Roadrunner's running and keeps getting hit and all this and still is alive? Some of you go out there and try it. I know when the Power Rangers were around.
That was my show, too.
The kids love Power Rangers.
That was my show.
But guess what?
White Ranger.
Power Rangers, and I know this for a fact,
and
I don't care what anybody says. I know this for a fact. Kids think that it was real and that human to human are fighting and kicking each other. Well, when the kids started doing it, kids had broken arms, black eyes, and gotten hurt. They think it's real. They think that it's okay because they are not hurt and they're still on the show and they're not hurt. I mean, come on, people. Kids' imaginations go around and around. And you got to tell them what is real and what is not real. And imagination's fine. But remember, there's a fine line between what's real and what's not real.
White and black. I'm going to skip that one. Smart and dumb. Winner, loser. The one I really want to talk about is success and unsuccessful. Why? Because those are two words that people like to use or throw their weight around about. Because I'm in management, I'm successful. Because you're a worker and you do all the work, you're unsuccessful, which is totally not true. The lies that are told to you throughout your life, that's exactly what it is a lie. You could be anything you want. Hell, if Trump is president, you can be president. If Obama was president, you can be president. Hey, women, you had a chance to vote a woman in office and you reneged on her. So you can't say that we can be president. You had a chance to have a woman in office. You chose not to put her there. So you got nobody to blame but yourselves. Your senators, your congresswomen, but you had a chance to put her in office. Moving on. The reason why are you going to keep letting people say that what determine whether you're a success or you're not? Because financial records, bankings, college degrees, that's the first thing somebody throws in your face. I've been to an all-white party before. I've been to a successful party before. And believe me, the first thing out their mouth is, what do you do? Basically, what do you have? Where do you live? What kind of car do you drive? What blah, 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 blah. But if you go to a black party,
that's a whole different ballgame.
We could care less about where you work, dog. we could care less what your funds look like. We party it. If you go to my homeboys' parties and they're white or Hispanic, we don't care about all that crap. But high society, they can't help themselves. They're all about what they have and what they got. But yet they're the first ones, if they was to commit a murder, to go, oh, I was insane that day. I'm just telling you, man. I'm just telling you. Look, this is what I'm getting at here. Male and female, we still battling here about who's more important than the other, or who has more accolades, or the baby daddy suck, or the mother sucks, or this and that. I thought we're supposed to be adults here. Look, male, female,
adults.
black, white,
Where
blue,
are the adults?
purple. I don't know.
Adults this day and age, or
I don't know. I'm moving on because we spent a lot of time on the first one. God and the devil. I can tell you like this.
I think there's a lot more evil around right now than there is.
I did some soul searching. And I'm going to do a piece very shortly. Somebody wrote an article about the New York City Police Department and how they, which it makes sense now, to fill their quotas, all they did was basically arrest blacks.
Who said that?
It's very true. Same as California.
I mean,
Same as Alabama.
Usually when I say they fill their quotas, they're all sitting on the side of the road so they can stop you to give you tickets.
That's why it's called, you've heard of a no-knock warrant?
You're knocking, but you ain't there?
No. Which means is they bust in the door first.
I got you.
They bust in the door first, and then they say, we have a no-knock warrant. And then whatever they find, whether they find anything or not, see, I keep telling you, the thing about these officers in these different states is this. All they got to do is say you had the drugs. They don't even have to have the drug in the car, in the house.
But
They can say.
And then when they test you and realize you ain't got no drugs in you, it's still gonna make you like a bad person when you ain't done crack.
But by then you've already lost your house, you've already lost your job,
Yeah.
you've already lost your livelihood. That's what I'm
It's
trying.
kind of like the movies that we see a long time ago. You see a lot of these movies that we see a long time ago. A lot of them are starting to become reality.
I'm just trying to say, I can't believe God would allow people to do things to other human beings like that.
No, that's not God. That's the devil.
No.
I think we got
God
a
is the
lot-
supreme being.
Okay, but the thing is, there's a lot more evil going on right now. Than
I
there
understand
is,
that,
than there is.
But God overrules the devil. I cannot believe that God would allow human beings to do that to other human beings.
True, but the thing is, it's happening. It is happening now.
I got that.
This whole year has been the worst year of people committing crimes and killing and treating people like crap
But it's been
and
going
doing
on for
bad
decades.
things.
It's been going on for centuries.
It might have been centuries, but it's a lot worse now than it used to be. Or either everybody's just showing it now because we got cameras to videotape things that are really going on.
That's why it's called. That's why in 1986.
I mean, just even like the jobs. People are not nice anymore.
In 1986, you saw officers acting like an ass because of NWA and their gangster rap because they told on them about what they were doing. That they were handcuffing them for no reason, harassing young blacks for no reason, and then when they got called out, they decided they had to pout like children. Now that the cameras are now rolling and you see everything, but the damage is done. What I can't understand is how you cuffing a human being, you're roughing him up, and then when you get video footage or your body cam footage shows totally different. Oh, I wasn't in the wrong. But yeah,
But if it was reversed,
I get,
and you were in that position of what you're doing to that person, okay, yeah, we don't see everything. You
No.
only show what you want to be seen that is bad, not the whole entire thing.
I just can't understand why an officer is standing outside your window and reaching his hand in for the keys. So who's initiating what? Do you see me going to your car and reaching into your squad car and taking your keys out? So if I pull off, whose fault is that? But according to the courts, it's my fault.
But the thing is, what were you stopped for?
That's the problem. They're not.
What were you pulled for?
I don't know. It could
Why
be
were
for
you
anything.
stopped? I mean, there are good cops out there,
That
and
are
there are
being
bad
overshadowed.
cops.
That are definitely being overshadowed by these officers that nobody's understanding. Then we can go on and on and on about this stuff, but the whole thing about it is we are not even out of 2019 yet, and people are still doing the same crap.
Well,
Sex trafficking is like
Sex trafficking has been there for years.
no, they're not doing it at night no more. They're doing it in broad daylight and don't even care.
Well, we've had a lot of kids missing. I mean, I've got a lot of alerts on my phone for missing children. I mean,
Did I say I love my kids and my grandkids? I don't think I did. Hey,
you better say it,
you, play us out.
please.
Forget him.
You better be nice. I don't know
I
what
don't
your
like
problem
him.
is. You starting to get
I don't like this. I don't like
You
that
you
guy.
need to get over your attitude.
I
You're
don't like
becoming
that guy. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Good night, y'all.
Good night.
What?
Peace out. See you on YouTube Tuesday. This is Saturday, right? Yeah.
YHJ effect.
What day
YHJ.
it was.
YHJ.
Oh, and thank you for Vincent, Susie, Bradley, Jeffrey, and Kirsten.
Bradley.
Thanks there, Antonio. And I'm gonna say this is
Bradley. They just supposed to be at work.
Michelle or Michael.
Michael.
Michael. I get the two mixed up. I'm just like, shut up.